Okay, so this is my third attempt to find and figure out what soft life means and how men are interwoven or I'm sorry using stupid words. How men are um how men fit in. Cause I'm still confused. I don't know where men fit in. I don't know if they want to date black men, white men. It's really confusing to where they're just rambling for minutes about how to live a luxury lifestyle on a budget and then wasting time renting out Airbnbs and pretending that they live there. So I'm trying to figure it out. So hopefully I've literally had to like scour through videos to figure out and guess if women are going to talk about men in any certain way. So she's talking about mediocre love. So let's I'm assuming she's going to talk about dating.
How are you doing? Miss Linda here. So today in the Soft Life Mindset series, let's talk about walking away from mediocre love. If you're new to this channel, my name is Miss Linda and I talk about high value dating.
Miss Linda got some I guess what the gaming community, the fighting game community would call jiggle physics.
Goddess mentality and seduction. So hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss any of my weekly videos. And I'll be hosting a Soft Life Magic masterclass where I'll be teaching you how to go.
Oh God, you guys are these little master classes. Like stop, just stop.
From the whole hustle and grind to living a life in feminine ease and flow without having to quit your job or break the bank.
No, they want to quit their job. That's why they're looking. That's why they're watching these videos heavy. They're looking to quit their job and find some type of quick get rich quick scheme to where they can sit on the computer all day for 4 hours doing work and then somehow magically make $10,000 a week. They're lazy.
So the other day I was having a conversation with one of my private clients. Hi, if you're listening. And we were really talking about just this whole struggle love thing. And it's so amazing just how much she has evolved over the...
Now, mind you, this woman, it says she's from Nairobi, Africa. So, yeah, Nairobi. So, you know what? Yeah, it makes sense. So I guess Africans are dealing with struggle love too. Kind of obvious though.
Past couple of weeks, and when we started our coaching relationship, she was really struggling with having to let go of this man who was emotionally unavailable. And over those weeks, she's really come to just discover how much of a divine goddess that she is, just how much she is so worthy and everything.
It's funny how we have like very little context of what who this woman is or her personality, this client of hers, but we know from dead set on by her talking about him for like 10 seconds, we already know he's a piece of shit.
That she desires, she can actually get it. All she had to do was to allow herself and open herself up to actually claiming what she desired. So
basically manifesting. I thought she would say it, but you know, I guess she didn't want to sound stupid. But yeah, basically she's saying manifest.
After 3 or 4 weeks together, the man who had initially ghosted her reappeared. And at first, she then went back and started to engage him. They started conversing and all this and all that.
This is why I kind of hate dating coaches or black female psychologists, psychiatrists, or whatever, because they want to, because they tend to make up stories, and you know they can't really go into like too much detail on their clients. So that's why I don't know how in Africa they're HIPAA or how their sessions, how confidential they are. Um, yeah, but honestly, I don't take these stories, seriously, because you could just easily just make it up, and I only care about their actual, like the actual person talking, their stories, black women, y'all hide behind these little dumbass stories, and y'all think it's believable. Like I don't believe it, but keep going.
But then guess what? They set up a date and the guy still did not show up. So you can imagine what that can do to you as a woman if you're having to deal with such painful love experiences where it's trauma after trauma, heartbreak after heartbreak. I mean, the assumption is this man has gone up.
This is kind of like the thing with black women where they kind of hide behind this jovial, naive femininity. I would call it, to where they'll make themselves these damsels in distress. These perfect little girls who are innocent and skip around in rose petals, and in reality, hey, maybe the girl that she's talking about is dainty, feminine, and all that, and she just kind of got a bad dude. But really, for the most part, like maybe this is battle of the sexes. I feel like it's the women breaking these dudes' hearts. But whatever.
Way, probably you assume that over that 4 weeks period he's not been around you, that he's really thought, and you hope that he's come back to his senses, and now finally he's ready to be the kind of man that you wanted him to be. But guess what? He came back, asked her out on a date. Of course, she showed up, and guess what? He came up with yet another excuse, and he ghosted her. So as we started really digging deeper into what exactly are some of the underlying issues, and I won't really go into that because that's what I do with my private clients, the issue that came up was sometimes as women we feel unlovable. And if you look at the whole soft life movement, the whole soft life essence, it's for you to be able to accept yourself, love yourself, so that you can allow yourself to live a life filled with pleasure, play, fun, and just have an amazing life as you desire.
Basically, this is kind of black women's laziness in not wanting to see a therapist. That's basically it. Because I'm like, it's like I don't see other races of women. I hate using that saying. I don't see other races of women needing this emergency feminine dating coaching. Like black women literally come up with a million trends of the same shit, and it's like, y'all just came back, y'all just started with level up, divesting, luxury life, soft life, and it's like I don't know what's next. It's like it's really just the same shit. And you guys like literally, I don't know how many movements you guys need. This is almost as overarching as pro-blacks. Like, damn, there's B1, Pan-Africans, FBA, ADOS. It's like y'all are just clumsy. Like, there's literally too many of y'all.
Of course, this does not mean that you will not go through challenges, because it's through going challenges that we as women grow. Because most of the times, anything that comes into your energy field, if you're experiencing such kind of, specific kind of issues, or maybe you're finding you're interacting with certain kinds of people who hurt you or who disappoint you, the best thing is to actually look within yourself and figure out what areas are you hurting yourself. Could this be an opportunity for you to love yourself and embrace yourself and treat yourself more beautifully, so that the people around you reflect the kind of vibe that you give? So, as I'm speaking about this whole thing, part of embracing the soft life, part of being in your space as a feminine woman, is having to walk away from such experiences. Because think about what that does to you. Every time you put yourself in a field where, or in an environment where a man is continuously hurting you and hurting you and hurting you, what that does is it really does affect your sense of self-worth.
To be honest, yeah. Anyways, it's like I'm not. This just seems like rambling. Like what is being done different? It's like all this self care. I mean, that self care movement. I've been there like what since 2012. Love yourself. That been there. Natural hair. I'm just waiting for something like actually new to where there's action put in, and you guys don't put no action. You guys are still crying about niggas breaking your heart, and I'm like, and I can tell it's the same fuck dudes. It's the same niggas getting what 4 to 5 women, and you know that they have trouble being monogamous, but you try to fight the system and improve the world wrong. Jamal can be monogamous, even though Jamal's telling you in your face, I do not want to be monogamous. I'm too young. But Jamal, you're 32 and you have 2 kids. Why can't you be monogamous? I just don't want to. Like you guys are literally suck at dating. And this, you guys are running from that. You guys are running from from understanding and knowing that you guys suck at dating. You guys suck at it. I didn't even mean to clap. I don't even know why I did that. That was really feminine. But I don't know why you guys are running from that. It's embarrassing. Yeah, it's embarrassing.
And you can imagine already, I'm sure you're working, then on top of that, you have your work stress, then you have your romantic stress, maybe you're also a mom. I mean, all that kind of stress, there's no way, there's no space for you to be able to rest in your feminine energy. So, once you decide to choose yourself, you have to be able to shut some certain doors. And this leads me to something very interesting, because the other day when I was having my masterclass, I got asked this very interesting question. So this babe had just broken up with her, you can't even call him a boyfriend. She actually wasn't even sure what they were. And she used a word called exclusive dating. Immediately you use words like situationships, exclusive dating. We are just talking for like 2 3 years. Just know that man is really, I mean, you guys don't really go together. Yeah. So anyway, long story short, she's been seeing this man for 2 years, and of course he's been flaky through and through. Then what happened, eventually they broke up, and by the time she sat for my masterclass, which was last week, it had been a week before they spoke. So she then asked me, like, okay, so Linda, what do you think you should do? This man is really reaching out to me. He's really calling me. He's really texting me. Now, my question to her was, why do you still have his number? Why haven't you blocked his number? So she told me, oh, okay, Linda, you know, at my age, because she's in her 40s, she's like, at my age, I think it's childish to block a man. But you see, my question to her was, how much energy is she having to use to forget about this man? If you're truly serious about moving on, you, yes, definitely need some space between, you know, where you are at and where you want to go, but also allowing somebody to continue to dominate your energy field. Obviously, he knows what he is doing. The fact that you two broke up, it does not mean that he loves you when he comes after you. It's really just a knee-jerk reaction, because I'm sure maybe you are one or two or three women he was talking to, so he does not want to have to replace you. Meanwhile, he's groomed you for like 2 years to be, you know, to play a particular role in his life. So you see now such a dynamic where you break up, you make up, you break up, you make up. There's really no...
You know, this is what she missed. And I guess it's not just an FBA culture thing with women, with black women. Black women just love chaos. You guys love the back and forth, the makeup, the breakup. You see, the thing is with her is that she probably is a victim to this as well, because I'm pretty sure she's talking about herself. And you know that this is what makes black women black women. This is why they have so many stories to tell when they go on these little talk shows or radio shows like Steve Harvey, D.L. Hughley, Ricky Smiley, and even these local channels, Steve Harvey Show. And it's the struggle that give these programmings juice. If black women, you can't even get black women led TV shows to where the relationship is stable like a 90s sitcom. When was the last time you seen a boss bitch type black woman in a show in the era of the boss bitch? Within the last 10 years, have you seen a professional black woman be with a black man, treat him well, and in the marriage mirrors a 90s, 80s black sitcom? You can't. You can't name it, because it's always chaotic. Even if they have a husband, they're always stepping out. They're 35 and still trying to find their sexuality. You guys cannot sit still in a relationship, even if you wanted to. Because in your words, it will be boring. It's a stick in the mud. It's bullshit. And correct me if I'm wrong. I think I remember. I think it's raining. I think it was like the end of Tyler Perry. Family reunion, where I believe it was Cicely Tyson, and you know she was G-checking, you know, the young girls and all that shit. But I think I think she was trying to G-check. Yeah, whatever. I keep getting distracted with the phone. And I think she talked about a story in where, like, her first husband. My bad. God, this is distracting. Bitch, distracting. Well, she was talking about her, I guess, her first husband who died. And she talked about how she left him because the nigga was boring. And it was an everyday thing. It was just, he was just doing things right. There was no challenge, and it was and she left him because he was boring. And then you see the same shit in Tyler Perry, Temptation. You know, to where, you know, this woman is in the fashion industry. The type that, God, woman. Okay, what? Okay, so fuck. Yeah, well, she's this businesswoman. No, it wasn't fashion. I'm thinking of a different movie. It was my fucking uh match. It was for like millionaire matchmakers and all that shit. Um, and she saw this dude, got enamored with him, and he's knocking this bitch upside her head. And really, despite it all, she liked the shit. She liked it. And it's really hard for black men to really even take y'all seriously because y'all love the drama, y'all love the chaos, and y'all are so blind. Y'all literally walk around and think y'all are white women. Like that. That's the crazy thing. Like you guys do not see what we see, and then you guys blame us. That's why you guys are running around with that little dumbass little article by that white male feminist and saying, ha ha ha, all you men are lonely and you guys are incels and losers and you can't get laid. Ha 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 ha. And it's like okay, like, okay, but you're the one, you're the same group of women who complain to us about not picking you guys, and then you guys are too lazy to compete or too lazy to change the narrative to make it seem to where you want us and not on some bullshit. Even when you guys have a camera, a script, and $1 million budget to create a show or whatever, you guys can't even envision peace, a healthy relationship. Well, I envy this, but like white people can make, can make movies, these little indie movies with relationships, and they're not even painful, they're not even toxic. It's usually those like ones where it's like the guy or the girl has cancer, and she has 3 months to live, and then the person she admired and likes, they finally date and they go around the world, shit like that. How many black movies of similar to that?
Time for you to be able to really just rest and be relaxed, for you to care of your mental, emotional well-being, your spiritual well-being, because at the back of your mind you're playing games, ping pong, with a man back and forth. And obviously, as women, we know where our emotions sit. Our emotions sit in our womb areas. And of course, we always get so attached to these men that we sometimes think mean nothing. But deep down, when you truly ask a babe, this man has embedded himself into your heart, into your mind, into your soul. And for you to be able to start to detach from such a man, it really requires a great deal of guidance, a great deal of intention, and a great deal of clarity in terms of where it is that you want to go. Now, there's some women who are able to, play the game, mix and juggle, but that requires a completely different level of mindset. Probably a woman who's able to play the game with ease and move in between, 2, 3 relationships at a go, her mindset probably is at a very different level. And when I was speaking with this babe and she was telling me, oh, what should I do? Why is he still reaching out to me? Definitely her way of thinking, she still has some room to grow in terms of just understanding men more and how they normally behave, especially when they are coming out of relationships, and just understanding the whole male psychology better. So if you're here looking to start to rest in your feminine ease, start to live a life of grace, pleasure, and play. And remember, it doesn't have to cost you, you don't have to break the bank. You don't have to quit your job. And most of these femininity coaches that I see all over YouTube and on Instagram make the whole soft life look like it's something that is so out of reach for anybody. Personally, I made a decision 3.5 years to start cultivating just my whole feminine energy. And over the years, I have come to learn and I've come to see what exactly it means to be able to live a life in, your feminine. And
Okay, I'm done. This is basically these chicks, and the thing is, she don't even talk about men. It's just like, okay, one toxic dude. We've literally wasted 9 minutes talking about one toxic dude from a client she claims she had. Like, really. And the thing is, the feminine movement was asked for or proxied because men for freaking decades were bitching and crying about black women not being feminine enough to compete against the interests that they were leaning towards, which was foreign women. And you black women are creating these little feminine circles, and you guys refuse to use it for men. What the fuck is that? Like, really? Like what the fuck is that? That's like, what is there to museum your femininity for? That's bullshit. Use it. Use it on us. Use it for us. Damn, and you guys are crying about black men leaving y'all, and y'all are claiming to be feminine and be pleasant and nice around, and you guys can't even bring up white men. Like, what the fuck? Y'all can't even bring up any type of man. Like, there's no sex appeal. There's no, oh shit, I gotta get me one of these black women that's into the soft life, because they may be onto something. Like, there's no appeal. 3 videos. This is technically my fourth one, but I kind of deleted it because she was just rambling. But as I go on, it's like you guys have nothing to talk about. Like, is that the best you guys can do? Like, y'all are reserving, and I don't even think the femininity that you guys even have now is any good. But I'm just saying, y'all are claiming to reserve all this femininity, and then we get nothing. And I'm like, what do you think this bullshit is for? For marriage, kids, stable families. That's what we've been crying for. And you guys want to hold it in and then act like it's for you. It ain't for you. You being feminine is not for you. It's for us. It's for us. It's our prize. It's our reward. Actually, I shouldn't even, really, I have to school this shit.